Hello and welcome to On Fleek Digital Magazine. My name is Susan Van Brackle and I am your host. Thank you so much for joining us for this segment. Today, I have the honor of interviewing Dr. Kenesha Berkeley. Dr. Berkeley is the founder and CEO of Batty Labs, based in Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Berkeley is a proud mom and doctor of pharmacy from the west side of Chicago, Illinois. She created Batty Labs Cosmetics to empower and cater to women from all ethnicities with a focus on women of color. We're going to sit and chat with her and find out about her entrepreneurial journey to get to where she is at this moment in time. And Dr. B, as she likes to be referred to, is also going to share with us tips and tricks for skincare, how to find your best skin tone, and also trends going into the holiday season. So please stay tuned.
I never got a college degree. Now I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions.
According to an online article published by the World Economic Forum, women have been killing it in the entrepreneurial space. This article, published online in July of 2022, specified that women started 49% of new businesses in the US in 2021. The article goes on to say that 3 times more Black and African American entrepreneurs also started businesses. This share has tripled from 3% in 2019 to 9% in 2021. The increase in female entrepreneurship is directly attributed to the shutdown and global pandemic. Seizing a pandemic-related opportunity, states the article, was the biggest reason for women starting new businesses in 2021. Today's entrepreneur that I have to interview is no different. She is a phenomenal woman who is going to bring us her perspective on Black beauty, Black business, and how she has gone on to succeed in this space. I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Kenesha Berkeley, AKA Dr. B of Batty Labs. Welcome to On Fleek Digital Magazine TV.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
I'm doing well.
Well, I am so appreciative that you took your time to hang out with us today and tell us about your entrepreneurial journey. As I led into this segment, I was sharing with the viewers about the statistics of women and African-American people in general, and since 2021, how so many of us have forayed into the entrepreneurial space. I wanted to find out from you, was it always your goal to become an entrepreneur?
Well, it actually was not my goal. Both of my parents are into healthcare. Soon my hobby became an actual business and it kind of just took off from there. So now I'm an employeepreneur because I still clock in, but then also I take my own hours, which is after hours.
Yes, I understand. And so many of us are employeepreneurs. I never heard it quite put that way, but yes, I like the name Batty. So let me understand where that came from, because it makes me feel like I want to get into that, because everybody's got a little bit of bad girl in them.
Absolutely. So my friends used this term about 15 years ago, and I know that it's broken into the mainstream and you may hear it quite frequently now, and it's probably even in the dictionary. But we used to say baddie, like she's a baddie, which means like she has all these assets that I like she's educated, she's beautiful, she has a banging body, like she's sophisticated, and it's like, oh, she's a baddie, or I'm a baddie, I look like a baddie today. And we kind of took that and kind of ran with it and created Batty Labs, which means like this is the lab And even if you don't feel like a baddie, you want to look polished, you know, when you go to your events and when you go to your interviews. So it's like, even if you don't feel like a baddie, it's like you're going to look like one, because we're going to supply you with the things that you need to feel confident. And then when you go on the interview, rock the interview, because like when you look good, you feel good.
And so I know that you're the founder and CEO. Do you have partnerships with, I know you refer to your girls or what have you. Are there people who inspire you or people that you work with?
My brand, pretty much, I had an internship going with my niece, actually. And she did a lot of the packaging for Baddie Lab. She was only, I think now she's about 15, but at that, Kristen is her name. But at that time, she was about 12. And she was staying with us, helping me watch my son, so he didn't have to go to daycare because of COVID. And then when I got off of work, we're like, let's create an internship, because you're learning how to weigh products, you're learning how to weigh ingredients, you're learning mathematics, you're learning, revenue, you're learning about margins. And in one summer, I feel like she learned how to stretch a budget, how to place an order, how to fill an order, how to mail something out, how to like put the address correctly, because it's just things that kids don't do these days. They don't learn because they don't need it. But what if the systems break down? So I felt like doing things by hand, like let's weigh it, let's measure it. And people say, you don't need that in school. You don't need that in school. And I'm like, I have an aha moment every time I use something that I said and that my friends said we would not use. I'm like, I'm using it. I'm like doing it right now.
I am like so proud of you when it comes to that, because there are a number of things that we learn that you're definitely going to take with you at some point in time, but for you to take it and turn it into something creative and turn it into, basically as a pharmacist, there is that degree of weighing and measure. And of course, there's the science aspect and what is cosmetics or skincare, but cooking and putting together ingredients and making sure that they are, compatible with each other. They even have to work well with the packaging that you select. So I'm so glad that you're using the skills and the acumen that you have. I know that you have skincare as well as color cosmetics. What is your favorite, and which one do you feel that you devote more time or space to?
Color cosmetics. That was like my thing. Like I wanted to just look beautiful. I wanted to look glam. And then I got in the rut race of not putting on the cosmetics. I was a person who, my mother wears cosmetics. Like she does not leave the house without.
That's right. You gotta glam it up.
Until COVID hit. And then all of a sudden, I no longer not took care of my skin. I didn't protect my skin. But then I guess I forgot, because I stopped going outside as much and my patterns, they just diminished. And my son took a photo of me, and I thought it was cute, because toddlers take these crazy photos where they hold the camera crazy and they take crazy photos of themselves. And I looked at it and I was like shocked that my skin was so poor. And for the first time, I saw age spots. And this is not going to happen. And in 2 years, the amount that I aged was almost unbelievable.
Wellness and care, which is a great segue, because, being into skincare and color cosmetics and the wellness aspect of paying attention to our skin, what was your remedy? What is it that you recommend for women who are in the midst of their skincare journeys?
So wash your face twice if you have on makeup, of course. And the second thing is, when you put on a moisturizer, most people like to rub back. It's just a natural thing. Like we're rubbing down. You rub down your body, down. But everything really should be rubbed up, like your lymph nodes. And when you're doing those things, you start from the feet, you go up. And even with the face, want to go up. We want to boost everything, lift it, because think about it. If we're washing our face twice a day, every day, and we're dragging it down, eventually not only gravity takes its place, but this is like the conditioning. We're conditioning everything to go down. So we want to go up, and moisturize. Let's go up and pull everything to the top, because any little bit helps.
When should you start paying attention to skincare?
Absolutely, Susan. That's a really good question. And you're not going to believe the age that I'm going to start at, because people think it's so minuscule.
Well, if it's past mine, then I'm going to be heartbroken, but go ahead and say it anyway.
Okay, yeah. So start at 12 years old. Like if you have a 12-year-old daughter or a 12-year-old niece, have her start like creating a regimen, because now we're like just starting to get face hygiene. Like, this is my hygiene, regardless of what's going on, I have a regimen. At time now we want to practice anti-aging, right? Because 20, you're 20, then you're 30, then you're 40. Like it happened to me that quick. So yes, so 20 we want to
like
practice
that.
like that. So that anti-aging, so we want to like get that retinol in there, things like that to decrease dark spots. Because it's okay, now we're at 30, right? So we're really into our anti-aging. We already have our routine. And now my thing about 30 is I want to lift, lighten, and hydrate. That's what I'm focused on, because I noticed my skin was dull. I felt like it was a bit saggy, and I know that it was dehydrated. So like one of the products that I created, actually, Celebrity Skin Genie, is all about lifting, lightening, and hydrating the skin.
Can you ingest collagen, and will collagen actually come through the skin, the largest organ? Does it make sense to even digest it?
It absolutely will. So people have less qualm of ingesting the collagen and more qualm about putting it on as a topical. But for me, I would do both. Like, I'm going to ingest the collagen because in 60 to 90 days, I'm going to see the, increase in hydration, the increase in skin elasticity. But in the meantime, put it on top of my face because I want everything to kind of open and get plump. And I want to talk about that too. When we go over like holiday trends, I want to talk about how to get that youthful glow. It's like a couple secrets.
We're putting on our color cosmetics hat now, and your range of shades, that's like a huge range. How?
You just really made me have an epiphany. You just made me have an epiphany. And I call in my brain, when you said that, I thought about color play. And I never thought about it in this way before. So I thank you for that, Miss Susan. Like, literally, I thought about color play because I thought about the range of colors we have and then how many colors I go through in a year. So right now, like, my skin is kind of like, it's a little bit lighter than normal. And then, as we through the winter, it'll get lighter. And then as soon as April comes, I'm going to go on vacation and it's going to darken up. So women typically use 2 or 3 different shades and mix and match it. But now I noticed this trend of color play. And now people are using foundation to contour the face. So which means that they're actually using a lighter foundation here, darker here, and then dark around here. In the darkness around here, it's going to like match the neck. And I just came to the epiphany of like calling it color play. So don't steal that, anyone. We've had 42 shades for about 3 years now. So when we first came out, we literally had to fight because no one wanted to manufacture the darker colors because they didn't believe it. But I'm like, there are darker people. There are darker people in the UK. There are darker people in the US. There are darker people in Haiti. And all these people wear makeup. I've been to these countries. There's them all.
And just as you mentioned, there's the whole contour use. I mean, like, contour has seen an evolution. I mean, at one point, nobody was really paying attention to contour until all of a sudden the contour kit came out, and then everybody lost their mind, and everybody was like a dotted, paint by numbers face. So not to get off your point, but there is a reason to be for that range if you are thinking about the color play and to be able to contour your face in just that perfect photo finish look.
We have a shade finder built into our website. So that pretty much takes the guesswork out of matching your foundation, because we pretty much ask you a couple of questions like, what tone is your skin? What is your undertone? What color most closely looks like your color? Finally, upload a picture. And then we're actually using IT technology, digital technology, to actually bring your picture close to the sample that we send to the lab of the foundation and then matching you to your perfect shade.
But there is a bit of AI and VR. I mean, it is the future to be able to virtually try on jewelry, clothing, makeup, without actually trying it on. But let's just say if we're in person, what is the best way to assess a foundation shade? Especially if you were at the cosmetics counter, how do you find your best possible shade?
For me, I would say you're probably going to get your best bet by testing under the eyes. And then secondly, you're going to know how the foundation wears, because most people are going to have smooth skin here, smooth skin here. The wrist is going to be nice and smooth. But guess what? The wrinkles and the sags or the lines or the smile lines, they're all under here. So if your makeup takes under there, or wrinkles under there, or it's kind of sheer, that's not enough coverage.
So now that we've covered, the range of shades, the best light to look in and what have you, what about foundation weight? There's like the B2B cream and the C2C cream and the sheer and the light and the...
We say like in pharmacy, start low and go slow. So you start low, go slow. If you're going to go like work out and you're kind of nervous, wear a BB cream. But other than that, I think having full coverage, I'm biased.
That's okay. That's okay. Was looking just for your feedback, because, some people are torn. Some people don't know the difference. So there are a lot of people who don't even necessarily wear foundation or makeup at all. So, I mean, this is just a conversation that lets women know that, the choice is yours. You've got all the choices in the world. Women love choices. As we move towards the wrap up, we're headed towards the trends, and it is holiday season.
Yes.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I am excited. I wanted to show you, and I waited the whole interview because I wanted to show you what an eye looks like when you put a pop of color. So one of the biggest trends is having a pop of color under the eyelid, and I believe that is beautiful. But if you're more of an introvert, or you're not just as I don't want to say confident, but if you're just not as extreme, then you may just add a pop of color to the inside of the eye. And I'm just going to show you like what a difference it makes even from this camera, and you can imagine how it looks in pictures when you put like a nice champagne color or a light color under the eye. Well, in the corner.
Right.
See a good pop of color, and it's going to make my eyes look brighter. It's going to make me look happier.
Yes. I used to call that a boink, like a boink. You just put it like right there or right there. And you're right. It opens up the eye.
And I noticed when I didn't do it. I was like, I can't wait to put that.
Oh, well, good. That's like your finishing touch. And then let's talk office. We're talking the office party. Maybe this will be the first time in 3 years that the office party and after work parties resume. Office appropriate makeup for the office party. Any suggestions?
Show you this. So I have on a brown liner, and I have on like a color called Miami, which is like a really hot pink color, but this is a gloss. But I read that the new trend is to wear something bright for the holidays. And I was gonna not bring this out because this is one of our brighter colors that you can see, but I'm gonna just show you how, because it's nighttime, I'm gonna show you what a big difference it makes to actually have on something bright, and like how you're gonna pop in the pictures and kind of look like the fun girl. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, who's your friend? Or like, who was that in the photo with you? Or like, she's cute. Just because of your lip color, it just brings out like this confidence and this brightness and this coolness. And it does make a big difference. So I'm gonna take off that pink. And then we're gonna go with this like orangish red color. And this is actually universal, so any skin color can wear it.
I always like an orange base, something.
Typically, I wouldn't do this, right? But I read about it, and I'm like, let me just try it. I'm like, I'm gonna trust.
It almost changed you completely.
I think I look a lot more confident and a little more sophisticated with the lip. Such a bold lip. I feel like it makes me like feel a little bit bolder actually. So I might actually be doing this for the holidays.
Okay.
Yep, vegan and cruelty-free matte lipstick. But I feel like it
Oh,
also has a cream finish and it doesn't dry you out.
we've got all these trends, we've got all this knowledge and all these tips and tricks. What is next for Batty Labs?
And we want to bring our cosmetics to the next level. We felt like using the artificial intelligence to help people kind of find their correct shade and kind of color, coming up with all these colors. And we came up with these lip kits and kind of take the guess of everything. And that's
Yes.
for. And then we're also kind of focused on our skincare line a little bit because we do want to appeal to older adults, because I'm getting a little bit older now, 36 years old, and I'm all about like lifting, lightening, and hydrating out there. I actually want to look good without the makeup. Like I want to be on the beach and I want my husband to look at me and say like, babe, you're so beautiful. Like I want that type of look. I love my makeup, but I want to look good. Like when I take it off, and I don't want to look in the mirror and look shocked.
And COVID almost took us there, but we've pivoted like so many people and businesses and creatives, and we've pivoted, and we've come out of it hopefully better. We're more focused on our emotional and physical health and more conscious. So that if nothing else came out of it, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yes, that is a good thing. I'm excited for Batty Labs. I'm excited for having met you and your brand and what it represents. And you are one of the extraordinary women that are making moves as an entrepreneur. And I wish you nothing but continued success in this space.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate that, Susan, and congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
I'm excited about like this new level, just the level the world is going to with like eco-friendly, sustainable products. Like we're just keeping all of that in mind, like creating eco-friendly packaging. Like, can we resource the packaging? Can we get things that are reusable or sustainable? So it's been an exciting ride to just kind of know, that you're helping not only yourself, but the ecosystem and other women as well.
It's true, because the planet needs our help. And it's nice to know that, Batty Labs is conscious when it comes to the whole sustainable piece. And that means that the future is bright, because that's the direction of the future. Okay, people, stay tuned as we go into our next segment.
I never got a college degree. Now I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions.
Hello, people. We're back, and I'm here to say it's a party. A Black Paper Party, that is. Black Paper Party is a certified minority and woman-owned business that is well on their way to becoming a household name. In September 2022, Bloomberg.com featured the brand in the United States of Innovation article, listing Black Paper Party as one of the 50 startups that rose as America locked down. The brand consists of Arkansas natives, friends, and partners, CEO Medea Willis, Chief Product Designer Geron Merchant, and Chief Merchant Jasmine Hudson, who each leverage their time, talent, and resources to create collections that identifies Black culture and joy through gift wrap. Filling a void in the marketplace was a perfect place to start, thought CEO Medea Willis. And according to Bloomberg.com, quote, the three were getting their idea underway when the pandemic arrived in March 2020. Suddenly, starting a new business seemed impossible. Then George Floyd was killed by police in Minneapolis, and the explosion of outrage and frustration that followed renewed their sense of purpose. We realized our product was needed now more than ever, said Hudson. End quote. The trio have wowed the industry, winning a series of pitch competitions, which most recently included Macy's Workshop Pitch Competition, countless public relations highlights, and earning placements in a variety of big box stores. That is why On Fleek Digital Magazine TV wants to recognize Medea Willis, Jaron Mershon, and Jasmine Hudson of Black Paper Party as businesswomen on fleek and for their courage, vision, and creativity. Minority-owned business certification is possible to obtain through Queens Economic Development Corporation. Find out today at queensny.org. Congratulations, ladies.